Peace Collective. What is going on? Welcome to the channel. My name is Milan. I am an intuitive tarot reader and psychic medium. If you guys are new here to this channel, welcome. If you guys are returning, welcome back. It means the world to me each and every single time you guys join. Thank you guys times 1,000 for being here and for deciding to spend your time and your energy here with me in these readings. As you guys know, this is going to be another general collective reading. If you guys are ever interested in personals, I do offer them. All that information is going to be in the description box down below, like always. Just as a quick disclaimer, you guys, this channel is not specific to any particular zodiac sign. Each and every zodiac sign is very welcomed here with open arms. Please just take what resonates and leave the rest, you guys. If the message does not apply, let it fly. Readings are absolutely timeless. If this is not the one for you today, no big deal. There are plenty of other readings on this channel for you guys to tap into and to check out. At the time of this recording, we are still very settled into Aquarius season. So happy birthday to any of you fellow Aquarians like myself. You could have Aquarius in your birth chart. You could be involved with an Aquarius. If not, it doesn't matter. If you clicked on this reading, then you're here for a reason. Okay, leave a like. If you guys resonate, something here makes sense to you, you like the vibes here on the channel, it is free 99 to do so. Share if you care. Subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have y'all here, part of the family, okay? I also just want to say thank you to you guys as well for all of the birthday shout outs, all the birthday love that I received. I'm still on a high from that, so I appreciate y'all so much for being so kind and so genuine, supporting the channel. For those of you that donated to the channel, it absolutely means more than the world. So thank you guys times a million. But we're going to start with some oracle first, then we'll dive into some tarot a little bit later to clarify, okay? Let's put it together this time, please and thank you. Here at this time, please and thank you. A little stubborn. Okay, you have adjudication showing up. Ooh, look, and thief is at the bottom. So the number 30, the number 24 can be important. Okay, be careful of someone in your energy, if not you, collective, and someone else around you. Be careful of someone here like lying on court documents or someone trying to steal something from you that may have to go through the court of law. Okay, false documents, or you guys may have had something stolen, now you're ending up in court. But anyway, the number 30, okay, the month of March could be significant. The 30th day of a particular month, adjudication. So I just got an energy of like needing to make a decision as well. Okay, the judge is looking at the woman more than he's looking at the man in this particular card. Okay, so someone here may be going through like a divorce or some type of custody battle. It's how it's coming through. This could be child support or something to that degree, okay? Or maybe like an asset, property, right? Adjudication. So something here may need to be decided on. It's kind of giving like an executive decision needs to be made. Someone could be studying to become a lawyer or something like that. Maybe a paralegal, okay? Someone could work in the criminal justice field. But why is this here, please? Okay. Oh, wow. Message of concern. Okay. The number 14. Okay. 4 and 1 is 5. Maybe the month of May could be important. The 14th day of a particular month. Yeah. So someone could be getting a letter in the mail, or this already happened probably. Someone could be getting some type of notice or a letter in the mail here from a court of law, or some of you guys may have, it's kind of giving, some of you guys may have thought something was worse than what it actually was. It's going to be different for everybody, okay? Someone here may have to tell you something, or maybe you have something to tell someone. Collective, again, please put yourself where you see fit. So this message of concern could be like a letter in the mail, an email, a voicemail, a text of some sort, okay? It may have to do with like a hefty decision being made, or again, some type of legal documents, paperwork of some sort, okay? This woman, she's even looking like, gasp, oh my gosh, you know? Now that could, you know, a message of concern doesn't really feel all the way like some great news, okay? But again, I feel like for some of you guys, maybe you thought something was worse than what it actually was, okay? Or maybe you're anticipating the worst. Okay, let me get more on this, please. Message of concern, adjudication. Maybe there's a decision you guys made that could have been a little concerning or disappointing to someone. So let's just say, for example, you know, you were choosing between 2 or 3 people to date, I don't know, and you finally settled on one. You may have had to tell somebody, hey, I'm not interested. And it's like a message of concern, you know, like, oh my gosh, what do you mean? This could be a job. Some of you guys could be deciding to quit and leave a job. The resignation letter you're putting in your 2 weeks could be a message of concern to these people, right? Let's see. What is this? Thoughts. Okay. So then you have the number 16. 6 and 1 is the number 7. So maybe the month of July, the 16th day of a month. This man is thinking about a woman here. Someone could be an artist, a painter, or they could be really good at like arts and crafts. Okay. Someone could be a teacher is what I just received as well. The initial C like cat, M as in Mary could be important. So yeah, some of you guys are like pondering on a decision here, or someone in your energy is pondering on a decision. Maybe someone here is pondering or trying to decide to reach out. Okay, that could be for some of you. Yeah, you have house here. Wow, an imprisonment at the bottom. Interesting. So someone could be locked up at this time, thinking about home, thinking about coming home, right? Or someone could be really trapped in their thoughts here about you, collective, thinking about their stability. Or this is you. And please put yourself where you see fit, okay? If you know I'm not talking about you, that doesn't mean the message is not for you. It just means it's about someone else in your energy or whoever's on your mind, okay? Yeah, someone here maybe thinking about you a lot, and they could be trying to decide whether or not to reach out with this judication. Because again, I feel like this is not just, you know, being judged in a court of law, but maybe just having a choice, a decision to make. So maybe someone here is not reaching out, or they're just thinking a lot about it versus actually taking action here. Maybe they feel like you would reject them, that you wouldn't respond, you wouldn't answer, okay? It's almost like someone is thinking the worst without even putting their foot in the pool yet, you know? It's like you think you're about to drown, but it's like, how can you drown if you didn't even try to get in the pool? If that makes any sense, okay? But we're going to get a couple more oracle and clarify this a little bit. Okay, this is a newer deck. This was actually donated to the channel from a family member, including that Kipper deck. I don't have the box right here right this second, but both of these decks were donated to the channel. This is a newer one here too. Shout out to you guys. You all know exactly who you are. Okay, but let's clarify this judication. What is this about, please? The number 30. Again, looks like the judge is looking at the woman more than he is the man. Okay, what is this? To-do list. Okay. Made the list, ignored the list. This is like I've gotten a lot of to-do list energy, being very booked and busy in the last reading I did. This guy's calendar here in the back is completely full, damn near. Okay. But it says guilt, avoidance, and shutdown. Interesting. So it's kind of giving like shoulda, coulda, woulda. Again, with this, someone here, again, needs to make a decision, but they're very indecisive about said decision. If not you, then someone else around you, okay? Someone could like flowers a lot. Guilt, avoidance, and shutdown. So for some of you guys, maybe when you feel a little too overwhelmed, it's like you get in this period of indecision versus making clear, concise decisions, okay? Or it's giving, I was gonna do this yesterday, I was going to do that, but it slipped my mind, or I forgot, or again, just avoiding getting something done or avoiding making a decision of some sort. Someone here gets when they get overwhelmed, they shut down, is what I'm getting with this. Someone here can be overwhelmed with feelings and emotions, okay, especially when it comes to thoughts of you, possibly collective, that it creates some type of system malfunction, you know? I'm seeing a robot literally just like malfunction, I'm giving like human spontaneous combustion or something like that. I don't know. Okay, but it's giving, if somebody wanted to or they were capable, then they would. I'm really, really big on that. If y'all have ever had a personal reading from me, I cannot stand the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, because if you wanted to, mixed with you were capable, because some people it's one or the other. They're not always willing, but they're capable. For some folks, they're not capable, but they are absolutely willing to. It's just depending on this person's situation. But if you're not willing and you're not capable, whatever this is, it's kind of giving, well, for all of that, you could have shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So someone here be feeling very guilty for like avoiding you or shutting down here. And this shutdown or avoidance is creating some type of stalemate or indecisive energy, okay? And this could be you as well, you guys. You know, you said you were going to do this, you're going to do that, you're going to apply for your LLC, you said you were going to, I don't know, do this for your kids and do that for your parents, and you end up not doing it because you're too overwhelmed. Don't overcommit. Stop overcommitting to people, places, and things if you know there's only so much you can handle on your plate, because then now you're creating an aura of disappointment, not just for the other party, but for yourself, because now you're beating yourself up about not being able to do what you said you would do, and it just keeps a consistent cycle. So don't overcommit yourself, you guys, is kind of what I'm getting from this. And what is this message of concern? Pretending to like people, okay. Masking, people pleasing, and exhaustion. It gets tiring people pleasing all fucking day, doesn't it? Someone here could work in customer service, maybe in the field of hospitality. It's giving Chick-fil-A, you know. They be smiling hard as hell, but I'm sure when they get past in that kitchen or outside of that drive-through line, the smile probably comes off for a little while. You know what I'm saying? So masking, people pleasing, and exhaustion. It's not that you guys don't like people, you know. You're not anti-people. Some of you might be, right? Hermit mode energy. But again, stop overcommitting and saying you're going to do this and do that just to not do it. Now, this is not you. This is someone else in your energy. Over-promising just to under-deliver, and that shit gets annoying. So some of you guys are going to be forced to make a decision here, or someone is kind of forcing your hand to make a decision because they overpromise and underdeliver. Message of concern. And again, I feel like someone here may be afraid to reach out because they don't think that you would even respond. They don't think you have a lot to say. They think you're tired of them or something to that degree, okay? And this could be someone else in your energy here. If not you, needing to, again, stop over promising just to underdeliver. Get out of this energy of overextending themselves because they get overwhelmed and now they get stuck in a place of indecision or not making a move at all. Okay, people pleasing can be very exhausting, and it doesn't lead you to where you want to be anyway. Okay, what is this thoughts? And someone here is thinking very intently about you, or you're thinking very intently about a particular person here. Okay, what is this, please? Thoughts. A whole lot of thinking, but not a whole lot of doing is what I'm getting from this. Here it is again. I got this energy yesterday. Same card. Sure, sounds great. Said yes when you meant hell no. Resentment and self-betrayal. So this is definitely making me feel like someone here wants to say something or reach out. Again, shoulda, coulda, woulda. I was going to do this. Maybe typing it down in their phone and then not hitting the send button. You know, this person could have drafts of messages of what they want to say or what they were going to say and just haven't. And again, here it's like they're thinking about you, but in the same breath, it's like maybe their heart and their soul is telling them to reach out, but their ego, fear, anxiety, maybe even people pleasing is keeping them held back here. Which is essentially keeping them from their happiness or doing what they know they want to do. This could be you. Again, please put yourself where you see fit. Okay, someone's favorite color could be yellow, blue, or red here. And then you start to have resentment, you know, with these people. And now all of a sudden, you know, you're faking it and masking it because you have resentment, because you're saying yes to things, or you've been putting things on the back burner that you know should not be put on the back burner. Again, said yes when you meant hell no. Don't betray yourself. And again, don't overextend yourself. Or you could be telling this to someone else, okay? Let's see. Let's get to another deck. And look, overstimulated in public. So again, I just said that someone here could be like, they get very overwhelmed, too much going on at once, a lot on their plate. For some of you guys, you're about to be going from maybe like a bit of stagnancy and indecision to being very booked and busy, to the point where it's like you may have to really make some time to recoup and regroup, come back down to earth, right? And then get back into the swing of things. Noise, panic, sensory bombardment. Yeah, and someone here is thinking a lot. Overthinking, emotional overload. Can't sleep, might spiral. So literally, someone here is going to drive themselves to crash and burn if they don't do what it is they truly desire to do. Okay, emotional overload and overthinking. Someone here doesn't handle their emotions like in the best way is definitely kind of what I'm getting from this. But let's see. Let's get into another deck, you guys. I don't know if I want to get into another oracle deck or what. No, we can get to some tarot. Let's just get right into the tarot. If this is making any sense to y'all, definitely leave a like, share if you care. Okay, again, this doesn't have to do anything to do with you. It could have to do with someone else in your energy, whoever you're thinking about at this time. And you know this person is like this. Like they're creating stagnancy with you or in their own life, not getting shit done, okay? Because they're too busy about what Tom, Dick, or Harry would say or think or feel. This could be even at the job, overextending yourself at the job. You know, well, if I don't say yes to these people, then I might get fired or they might look at me different. No, because if it were them, they wouldn't overextend themselves for you. So why are you doing it for them? You know? I hope that makes sense. But let's see. Made the list, ignored the list, guilt avoidance, and shut down. Okay, I'm getting this energy here too of like needing to set like realistic goals. And what I mean by that is, yes, you want to aim for the stars, shoot for the moon and aim for the stars. If you don't land on either, you'll land on the clouds. However, don't like overextend yourself or create these unrealistic goals. If you're trying to accomplish something by the end of next week, don't make it to where it's almost damn near impossible, because now you're going to have this mind frame of disappointment, being upset, again, guilt, shut down here because you didn't accomplish XYZ within a week. Well, make it, maybe bring those goals, those short-term goals down to reality, down to earth a little bit. So when you do achieve them, you have something to celebrate and you're not beating yourself up for not achieving a large goal in such a short period of time. I really hope that makes sense, you guys, okay? It's almost like putting things into perspective a little bit. Okay, but what is this? Made the list, ignored the list, guilt, avoidance, and shut down. Someone could be avoiding taking someone to court as well, or I don't know, avoiding something that has to do with court. What is this? Page of Pentacles just tried to fall out. Okay, something to do with a child, possibly. I mentioned that earlier, like paternity or child support, possibly. Custody battle. Queen of Wands. Wow, okay, so maybe an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius can be important. That's someone usually who's very confident, very sure of themselves, Queen of Wands is usually very attractive. That's like arm candy, someone who looks really good, smelling really good. Again, confidence, right? Someone who is not afraid of being kind of center stage, center of the show. And they're usually like an entrepreneur, very good at what they do. They could be a leader as well. A little black cat. Someone here could have a cat, possibly. Yeah, and I also feel like maybe for some of you guys, confidence or maybe the lack thereof could be getting in somebody's way. And the Queen of Wands is kind of like a busybody. So I don't want to say like life of the party. They can be, yes, very attractive aura. But in the same breath, this is somebody who can juggle a lot of different tasks or do multiple things, a multitasker, essentially, right? And they get the job done with grace and poise and still looking good while they do it, male or female, okay? So don't get overwhelmed. Take things in stride. Be patient with yourself is what I'm getting with this, okay? I also feel like for someone you guys here, someone here that said they were going to do this, that, and the third, and they overpromised, underdelivered. They could feel very intimidated by you and the energy that you're in, okay? Even if you're a man, if you're in this vibrant, magnetic, very like sure of yourself, confident energy, feeling like a winner, essentially. If you're a man, that could intimidate somebody or people around you, you know? What is the Queen of Wands about? Someone could view you as someone very beautiful or very handsome. And if they see you doing the damn thing out here, whatever that might be, living your life like it's golden, it could really intimidate somebody to reach out, and they're thinking about it a lot, but not actually doing something about it. Ooh, the Magician. Okay. Maybe a Gemini, Virgo could be important here. The Magician. Yeah, some of y'all are like master manifestors. 8 of Wands. Yep. Travel, communication. Wow, very nice. Okay, the Magician and Queen of Wands. This is definitely giving me like the energy of maybe like someone who may dip and dabble in spirituality, okay? And I don't mean just like tarot readings, being a medium. This is someone maybe who is like more of a witch or warlock, to say the least, okay? Because the Queen of Wands can definitely be someone who like works with roots or does candle work and things like that. However, I do feel like you guys are master manifestors. So a lot of you guys have manifested this, being more busy, getting more clientele when it comes to your business, or maybe becoming an entrepreneur, getting out of the 9 to 5. Some of you guys really prayed for this. You manifested this, and exactly what you prayed and manifested for is coming, or it's already here. And I'm telling you, you're going to be going from like being very maybe stagnated or things not moving the way that you thought they would, to having so much on your plate that it might be a little overwhelming. So you got to decide, like, whatever this is that you really want, collective, or the route you're trying to go down, you got to make sure you really want it, because I could see how it become a little overwhelming, or some of you guys may not even believe that X, Y, and Z is happening for you. So it's almost like exactly what you manifested is right here, or like right at the brink of showing up. But you have to actually believe that you can have it. Okay. I'm hearing lyrics from a song. If you want this money, you got to work for it, which is true. Like, if you want certain money, you want to have a certain outcome, you got to work for it. If somebody wants you in their life, right, as their emperor or their empress, their Mr. or Mrs., they got to put the work in, is what I'm seeing here. Someone here could be manifesting the hell out of you, but they're in their head a lot, thinking a lot, but not saying shit. You know? Guilt, avoidance, and shut down. So you can't be in this energy of avoidance or shutting down or getting, overwhelmed emotionally, because you're going to have a lot going on. Or some of you guys need to understand and realize that you are a powerful, very powerful manifester here. It's almost like whatever you say or whatever you think comes to fruition damn near. So you got to be careful with what you say, what you put out there, what you're asking for, because you just might fucking get it. And if you don't know how to handle it, or if you mishandle the blessings or the manifestation you're looking for, God will take it right back from you. It's like pulling the rug from under your feet. So make sure you guys are asking for what it is you want. And again, I see someone else here. This is not you. I see someone in your energy manifesting you, praying for you. But it's like, you can do all that, but what are you actually doing? You're asking Spirit Team for help, but they can't do all the work. You know what I'm saying? So someone here is like asking their spirit guides for help, assistance, manifesting here, praying, but they're not doing the physical work. It doesn't work like that, So what is this? Message of concern and pretending to like people. People pleasing, exhaustion. Some of you guys could have just straight up told somebody how it is, how you feel, and it may not have been the best thing that they wanted to hear, but guess what? It was your truth. And you're like, you know what? I do not give a damn how you feel. I'm sorry. I don't care. Some of y'all are really in this energy, and it's been the most liberating, freeing feeling ever, or that's the energy you need to get into. Okay. What is this? 3 of Cups. Yeah, you want to have a win. You want to have a celebration. You want to be happier. You got to let go of these people-pleasing tendencies, or your person does. Maybe this is something you keep reiterating to them. You want to get back together, you want to reconcile, then you need to do your fucking part. You need to do the work, or again, get this people pleasing energy out of the way. And by that I mean, if this person's family, siblings, friend group is telling them to stay away from you, but in their heart and soul, it's calling for you. That's what I mean. Like, they're going to have to decide to stop people pleasing and do what their spirit is telling them to do, not what Tom, Dick, or Harry is telling them to do. Okay. And the same goes for you, collective. Okay. Three of Cups. You guys could be going out with like your family or your friends, like really close friends here or something, celebrating something. And I mentioned earlier, like a message of concern. Some of you guys may have anticipated something to be like a lot worse than what it actually was, or someone is expecting a harsh response when it really wasn't like that. Okay. Someone here again ended up in a situation or a conversation ended up a lot better than what you thought. Maybe a court situation ended up a lot better than you thought it would. Okay. And I'm seeing 2 black cats. These girls have a cat here too, okay? So some of you guys could have cats, or your siblings have cats, nieces and nephews, I don't know. The 3 of Cups is definitely like a celebratory energy, you know? Girls' night out, guys' night out. Someone here may cancel some plans. And maybe after you hear this message, it's like, you know what? I really didn't want to go to that fucking get together. I really didn't want to go to that office party. You know what? I'm actually going to cancel and say no. Good for you. You know what I'm saying? And watch how the universe rewards you, even in the smallest ways, just for honoring what it is your spirit is asking of you. Okay? 3 of Cups, please. What is this? Ooh, the Death card. Okay, Scorpio energy could be significant here. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Leo, Gemini, Virgo. Now, the Death card can be about transformations, okay? Also, 2 endings in general, very significant endings. It's not literally about, you know, passing away or anything like that, okay? But maybe like an ending here was actually something to celebrate for some of you guys, right? Or some people get a divorce and they're not upset about the divorce at all. They're happy about it. Like, thank God this shit is over, right? A massive transformation. Someone here could be going through a very significant, I'm hearing spiritual awakening or a transformation that will then lead to some type of harmony, reconciliation here, happier days, okay? At the bottom, wow, yeah, look, Ace of Swords at the bottom. So this could be a conversation that needs to be had. Yep, a High Priestess, the Lovers, you can't make this up, and be a Pisces, okay? Scorpio, Gemini here with the Lovers. A very truthful, honest, straightforward conversation needs to be had. It's going to bring clarity after a moment of silence, after a period of maybe, again, hesitation, being very cautious. Okay, some of you guys are literally very fucking intuitive. You guys could be mediums or psychics just like me. And what your spirit is telling you is the truth. Okay, and you have the Lovers here. So this could be like a soulmate dynamic, a twin flame dynamic. Yeah, what? You guys, you can't make this up. I'm telling you, somebody's spirit team is like guiding them in the right direction, but they're allowing fear, which would be ego as well, fear to get in the way, people pleasing to get in the way, anticipating a bad outcome to get in the way. Okay, and then you've got the Lovers again, showing up here with the Chariot, maybe a Cancer. This is like love moving forward very successfully, or someone coming towards you. Again, needing to take action because they know what their heart desires. So this is you needing to take action. And even if that action is just having a truthful, honest conversation. Okay. And then you had the 4 of Wands here. Marriage, another reconciliation. You guys could be seeing 1111 a lot. That's the energy of twin flames. Marriage, literally stability. Okay. Living together, moving in with one another or something like that. Okay. Yeah, after a period of like fighting, bickering, or maybe disagreements, not getting along. Okay, so there's some type of like renewal here happening. Or once you guys ended something with somebody, it's almost like things kind of start to flow very naturally for you. And you are going through this transformation, honoring yourself, honoring your spirit, you know, honoring what your soul is telling you to do. Versus what, again, Tom, Dick, or Harry, or what this other person would have wanted you to do. Okay, being truthful and honest with yourself, and again, following your intuition here is going to lead you down the right track. I just saw 2929. You guys can be seeing that angel number a lot. 2929. Again, we saw 1111. Okay, what is it? Said yes when you meant hell no. Resentment and self-betrayal. 3 of Swords. Yep. heartbreak, loss. Yep. I just heard a loss of words. This is Libra energy. This could also be someone who's a little sensitive, like they may take words to heart, they can't take a joke type of energy. And collective, someone here around you, or this is you, someone here could wonder why, like, you're angry or upset or feeling some type of way. It's because you're not honoring yourself. So now you could be taking it out toward other people, or this other person around you connected to you is doing this, taking their aggression and resentment out on other people just because they're not happy with certain decisions that they keep making. Well, if you make different decisions that you actually want to make, maybe this Three of Swords wouldn't be here, right? Again, this is clarifying. Said yes when you meant hell no. Someone here could spend a lot of time in their head because they're worried about what everyone else would say. In reality, they're just breaking their own heart here. Literally, 10 of Swords, 10 of Cups. Someone could have prematurely ended something here, collective, or like forcibly removed themselves. I don't know how to explain this, but it's like someone here wants to take so much action towards you or say something, maybe even marry you, reconcile here with you, but 10 of Cups and the 10 of Swords, it's like someone here is destroying or ruining their own happy ending here the more they keep doing this. 7 of Cups. Yeah, 9 of Swords is stressing them out. Someone here is like wondering about you, thinking about you, if you have other options. Are you dating other people? Are you talking to anybody else? But guess what? They would know the answer to that if they would just say something, correct? Well, this is you. If this is you wondering this, questioning left, right, up, and down, staying silent when you don't want to stay silent is not going to help. All you're doing is stressing yourself out here, collective, okay? Or again, expecting the worst out of the situation when really possibly the best is going to come out of the situation. You are driving yourself nuts. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. Okay, again, if not you, someone else in your energy. Now, for some of y'all, breaking up with somebody, ending a relationship with somebody is really hurting them, or it's going to hurt them. But it's, again, if that's what your soul is craving for or looking to do, you've been sitting on it, you haven't decided because you don't want to hurt this person's feelings, all you're doing is hurting yourself. Let's see. 9 of Swords, and here it is with the 10 of Cups. For some of you guys, a relationship has become very stressful, very much so a headache. Even if that means, again, like wondering, curious what they're doing, maybe a lack of trust here. Yeah, let me go more on this. 9 of Swords and the 3 of Swords. I see someone here being very stressed out or thinking about you very heavily after a breakup or after some type of lack of communication. But I'm telling you, they didn't want this lack of communication. Like, that's not what their heart and their soul wants. It's their ego doing this. 4 of Cups, because they fear rejection. 5 of Swords, yeah, they fear rejection. This 5 of Swords is definitely giving self-sabotage. Self-sabotage, okay? 4 of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini here. And then I have Leo, Gemini, Virgo. Yeah, someone here is stressed out. I don't know how to explain this, but again, someone here is envisioning themselves drowning when they haven't even stepped foot near the pool yet. Like, come on, you can't do that. They're anticipating failure without even trying. They're anticipating you to reject this cup without even fucking trying. And I'm telling you, this person is going to delay or sabotage their own happiness here. Yeah. And you may have been forced to walk away, forced to end something here, forced to end a cycle. Someone here really forced your hand. Literally, 6 of Swords to walk away. Maybe this distance here was a little too much for you and this person. Someone here could be traveling. Let me get out of Dodge. Let me get out of here, clear my head for a little while. Let me travel. Then when I come back home, I'll decide what I want to do, And maybe through this separation, there is some type of healing or, again, major transformation going on in you and this person both. And there's, again, I see like a reconciliation here for some of you. For others of you, it's like they forced your hand to walk away. It's like some of y'all may have tried your best, but it didn't work, or this person again was still too stuck in their head, and it's like they could have made you even feel rejected, you know? But you have the King of Cups here at the bottom. Someone here is very much so in love with you, very much in their feelings here. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. They want to offer you a serious offer, a genuine offer, but King of Cups is definitely giving, holding their cards very close to their chest. So no matter what you think or what you may feel about this person, collective, they're very much so in love with you, okay? They care about you a lot. They think about you a lot, but they're allowing fear, I think, and ego to get in the way here, certainly. Or again, this rejection that you gave them, it's got them in a whirlwind of feelings, out here doing shit that they don't really want to be fucking doing, okay? Four of Wands. Yeah, they're fighting a reconciliation here, or this is going to be you. They come back around after it's been a little too late to reconcile, marry you, settle down, give stability. You may greet this person with some type of argument or conflict. There could be competition at this point. This person could have waited so long. Now there is competition for you, right? Or I'm telling you right now, this person could have you in competition if you take too damn long, collective, okay? Whoever you are in this cycle. But I'm gonna get a particular deck. Give me 1 second, because I wanted to end this with another oracle, some love messages from this person. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on. All right, my bad, guys. I had to like search for the deck that I wanted to use. It's been a while, but this is called the Burning Heart Love Oracle. Okay, so we'll close out with this. If this made any sense to y'all, definitely leave a like on the video. If this resonates, share if you care, subscribe, hype up the video. I appreciate y'all so much every time you guys do. Let's see. And again, please make the energy interchangeable if you need to. If you know that's not your energy, it's someone else. If you know it's not someone else and you know it's you, okay, acknowledgement is the best thing. That's the first step, acknowledgement, right? So let's see. What does this person have to say, please? I'm afraid that I lost you forever. So I just said that, like, this person takes too long. They may be in a situation where they're in competition now to get your heart back. And it's almost the energy of someone digging a grave or digging a hole so deep that it's very hard to get out of it now. Now that hole is going to be different for everybody. Deception, playing mind games. That hole could be distance, going silent out of fear for too fucking long. Okay. I'm afraid that I've lost you forever. What does this person want to say? This could be you. They will never compare to you. Wow. So I was just saying that how this person could be, you know, doing stuff that they don't really want to be doing, trying to people please Tom, Dick, and Harry, these karmic ass friends possibly, but it's like their energy will never compare to you. You know, these friend groups or whatever. I'm not saying this person tried to replace you, because it's not what it feels like, but they could be comparing you to other people that may try to give them attention or whatever, you know? What is this? You deserve better than them. Wow, okay. Yeah, so some of you guys may feel this way, like you deserve better than the treatment you're getting, okay? Or this could be your spirit team, because it says you deserve better than them. It doesn't say me or I, you know what I'm saying? It's saying you deserve better than them. That makes you feel like your spirit team is coming through with this. You deserve so much better than what you have received, collective, is what I'm getting. Or this could be this person thinking this. Again, in all this anxiety, fear, rejection, woe is me energy, they could really feel like you deserve better than them, you know? I'm holding on to the memories of us. So that indicates this person really feels like you moved on. For some of you, you may not have, but you're on the brink of doing it. You're trying to decide to do it. And they're just making it worse by not communicating, not saying anything, or making certain changes that they need to change, you know? You can still think about this person as well, collective, but it's just not the same. I want to make you happy. I miss your smile. Okay, so someone here again, they think about you very heavily. It's like they just don't know how to make you happy. They don't know what to say to get back in your energy, get back in your good graces, or to make things be the way that they used to be back in the day. You get one more? Yep, and I know that we have a soul connection. We saw the lovers earlier. I told you this is definitely much more of a twin flame soulmate dynamic. Wow. I'm on my way to you. I keep hoping to bump into you everywhere I go, and I don't know how to handle my emotions right now. I told you this person is very emotionally overstimulated. They don't really know how to handle their feelings and emotions. This person could have never been in love before. They never knew what a soulmate was until they met you. So this person could be on their way to you, but it's giving very slow moving, you know. Yep, and I really do care, even though I don't show it. There goes that King of Cups energy, having a lot of feelings and emotions still, holding on to that, but not really saying much for real, holding it very close to their chest. I want to make things right. So this person could be coming forward to make things right towards you, you guys, or with you. But I do feel like a lot of you guys could already be in this energy of like, you know what? You did too much, or this has gone on for too long. Now I'm not even interested. It's confusing at this point. Oh, just, I'm about to put the deck away. I want to reach out, but I don't know how. This person doesn't even know what to say. Damn, I don't know what you did to this person, collective, or the last thing you said to them, but they don't know what to say. They are in a whirlwind of emotions right now, and they could be fearing that you're gonna like give them an earful, maybe curse them out. Just they're afraid that you won't even answer the damn phone. And the not answering or not responding to their text is even worse than you cursing them the fuck out, is what I'm getting from this. But they're scared either way. Okay, so what I would say to that is don't twiddle your thumb sitting around waiting for somebody. Continue to live your life, spread your wings, do what you need to do. It doesn't mean you have to be out here spreading it wide, spreading it thin, but pour more into yourself. And the more you do that, that'll energetically force the person in a way to pour into themselves, do what they need to do so they can come back to you a little bit more healed, or knowing what they actually want, what they have to say, and getting it in order, you know? Not allowing fear and ego to override their feelings anymore. The more you heal and pour into yourself, the more healing they start to do, especially if this is a soulmate twin flame dynamic, you know? But yeah, I'm going to leave this reading here, you guys. I hope that y'all enjoyed this. I hope that you guys were able to take something from this. I appreciate y'all so much for being here. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.